Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session with the arraignment docket. Next case is cause number M334026, case of style, the state of Texas versus Alexis Leanne Kibido. Ms. Kibido, is that your full name? Ms. Kibido, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Kibido, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Ms. Kibido, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Kibido?
Yes.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Kibido, I have before me a couple of documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating that you would like to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes,
I also have a document that is titled Waiver of Counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding in the trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Now, Ms. Kibido, the two documents that I just showed you, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Kibido, you have a right to have a record of this plea. Do you waive your right to have a record? Okay. Ms. Kibido, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there's two sets of initials. One set of initials is on a line that is titled guilty. Are these your initials on the first, on the line that's titled guilty?
Yes.
The second set of initials are on a line that's below a paragraph that is titled Discovery Admonishment, and the line that it is on states, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Did you place your initials on this line?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification to Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Kibido, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes.
Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? And Ms. Kibido, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, sir.
Any objection? Now, Ms. Kibido, the state is offering State's Exhibit Number 1 into evidence. State's Exhibit Number 1 is the third document that I showed you. On page 2 of this same document, you have your initials, and there's two locations. One is like type guilty, and the other one is below the paragraph that is titled Discovery Admonishment. And on the third page, it has your signature that you acknowledged. The state would like to use this document as evidence in your case. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case? Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Now, Ms. Kibido, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
Okay. Ms. Kibido, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for pleading guilty, no contest, the state's agreed to recommend 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Court costs, she got credit for 30 days, so we're asking the time served this judgment and tax and retire the court costs.
Okay, Ms. Kibido, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $347, but you will not have to pay the $347 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost has been taxed and retired. Ms. Kibido, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Thibodeau, I'll follow the pre-bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Thibodeau, you're gonna stand on the X in front of our court clerk, right to my right. Follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
You're welcome. Next case is cause number M 333-888. Case of style, the state of Texas versus Kenneth Baptiste. Mr. Baptiste, would you come forward? Mr. Baptiste, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Baptiste, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Baptiste?
Oh, I could be better.
Okay, it could be worse too.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Baptiste, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Defendant's Right, or Judge's Explanation to Defendants of Defendant's Rights
Yes, sir.
of a, let's see, Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this
Yes,
document?
sir.
And is this your signature on the line that is
Yes,
titled
sir.
Defendant? Your signature, your initials on two spots. He needs to erase one of them. His initials are on two spots. Okay, now, Mr. Baptiste, I have before me just information of rights to defendants without attorney. And again, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Are these your initials on the line stating you would like to apply for court-appointed attorney? Also, I have a document here that is titled Affidavit, Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Baptiste, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents
Yes.
true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Baptiste, I read your answers in the affidavit of indigence. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney and the attorney that will be appointed to represent you. In this case is Attorney William Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson will be given information about how to contact you, and you will be given information about how to contact him.
Yes, sir.
Our court coordinator is going to give you that information in a few minutes. Once you get that information, you'll be free to go on your blessed day. Please have a seat in that first chair by the wall. Thank you. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me work, I'm working on something right now. Let me see this. It's Kenneth Baptiste. This is June 13th. Okay, let's see. This is William Wilkerson.